Let's get salty!
Hey everyone, Zeddy here again today with a brand new card review for Across the Timeways. We have the final rogue cards to review, and so far I've been rating them mostly like kind of, you know, meme cards, a little bit flavorful, not super competitive. Will these cards be better? I think so, but we'll take a look and we'll review them. If you want to win them, we're giving away 2 regular pre-orders and 3 mega bundles out of my pocket to enter that giveaway. Like and comment in the video, link down description below, the one with that thumbnail over there. Be subscribed to the channel. Every 1,000 subs we get until all the cards are revealed, I want another mega bundle, so hit that sub button, make me go baroque. So let's start off with a new rewind spell, everyone's favorite mechanic right now. The Chrono Daggers, a 3 mana, no spell school on this spell with rewind. So you get to, if you don't like the result of what happened, you can try again. It could literally do the same thing again, but you can try it again. You throw 3 knives at random enemies that deal 2 damage each. So I imagine, you know, if the scales with spell damage like it should, the 2 damage would go up. Although normally they only show the numerical value for what spell damage can affect. But I'm imagining, yeah, the 3 is just always going to be set there. So if you got like 1 spell damage, it'll deal 9. Another one, it could deal even more. So I'm looking at this, if it's going to be a competitive card, this kind of needs to be like an OTK type of like a burst finisher where you have like an empty board. And actually it's at random enemies. Will it hit the same one multiple times? I would imagine it can, like on arcane missiles, I would think maybe, or maybe it only hits one, the 2 things. I actually don't know. I actually don't know if it have to hit 3 things or can hit the same thing multiple times. I would hope this can hit the same thing multiple times because it's unplayable if this can't be used as like a pseudo finisher, because I don't even think it's that great that, you know, without spell damage. You really need some spell damage on this card and like some removal. I don't see this as a great card, even if you use it that way. A lot of these rewind cards don't seem great, which is kind of almost a good thing the way the mechanic is working right now. But yeah, I look at it as a potential burst finisher. Maybe you're playing it for some like board control, but at the end of the day, yeah, you're gonna want to look for spell damage, which isn't super prevalent, although Elise Location you can look at as something where you could get like the expensive one and like ramp that up. That could do something, but I just feel like there's better things to do, and you also could do like, you know, asteroids and stuff and Mauler and Cycle Rogue. So I'll give it a 2 out of 5 for that fringe chance that works out, but overall, I don't see it. You can prep this and make it 1 mana, which is obviously always relevant, but you can't even make it free with prep, which, by the way, I don't think is you know, I think that's by design, as always, with these type of cards. And in Wild, I'll give it a 1, where even like Garrote Rogue is fallen off quite a bit lately, and that could do some absurd things for a lot less mana. We have the Troubled Double, a 4 mana 3/3 stealth minion with combo summon a copy. This, how many of these summon a copy cards are we getting lately? I feel like they're just slapping these on to like every card this year. Like Hunter's got like 20 of them. There's neutral ones, and there's already one, right? The Twin Buccaneer or whatever, the rush thing, that's already got it too. Like, it's very prevalent mechanic they're using. This doesn't seem amazing. It could be a 4 mana 6/6 with stealth. Obviously, again, if you hand buff this in any way, you can make it even better, but I'm like, what are you doing with this? Like, I just don't see it. Rogue is so good right now with what they're doing, and with like in particular 3 mana cards, so like at a premium with like Sandbox Scoundrel. We looked at that prior spell. I don't think you would combo with that, but you could possibly. But this card is even 0 with that, so that really hurts any chances card sees play in any kind of combo scenario. I don't think this is a playable card in Standard at all right now. I don't know what you would play this in. There's not really a great hand buff thing going on, and we already got the stealth ninjas that have somehow not taken off in Quest Rogue, where I'm gonna give it a 1. I think this is a straight arena card right now. A 1 in Standard and a 1 in Wild. This just feels almost like an old card in a way. Like, I just don't see it seeing play in this game whatsoever. We have the Flashback, a 2 mana rogue spell, so this can go to 0 with prep. You summon 2 random 1-cost minions from the past. So that's not too bad. It's 2 mana worth of stuff. Maybe not that great. Combo with +1 attack. So if you got, like, let's say a Tunnel Trog, right? Which you can. This can get any class of cards. It would be a 2/3. And you could get maybe 2 2/3s for 0 mana on turn 1. Like, this could be pretty good in like a little aggressive token deck or like aggro deck. Just get a bunch of stats on the board. They get a bit of attack buff. And again, with prep, you got the high roll of, you can play 2 of these on turn 1, have 4 1-drops with +1 attack on it. You'll be basically out of cards because you gotta go like prep flashback, right? That's something, but that doesn't feel game winning enough. Like, it's not like the 2-drop you would shadow step and summon the 2-drops. That was way more powerful in my opinion, because while they were 2-drops and you could step that stupid thing, it would go to 0 and you could step it again. It was a lot more flexible, right? You also had the other bounce effects, whereas this is just prep fuel mostly. And yeah, if you have the coin, you could coin it and play it for 2, but it's just probably not good enough. It's close. This is probably the best rogue card we've seen so far, which again, I don't think is saying much from what we've seen. I'll give it a 2. I don't think it makes the cut. I could be wrong again, because it can be 0 mana. It can be a bit of a scam, but a lot of 1-drops from the past, right, are just crap, like little 1/1s, or you could get like a, you know, just nothing super great. Like, a lot of them are going to be 2/1s and 1/2s, and then they become, what, 3/1s and what, a 2/2s? I guess it's not that bad. I just don't know if it's, again, really going to make the cut in your current rogue decks. Maybe after rotation, but not right now. So I'm gonna give it 2 in standard and a 1 in wild, where, again, shocker, I think it's too slow. Next, we have Dethrone, a 7 mana rogue spell. You don't see expensive rogue spells very often, where this destroys a minion. So it's Assassinate for 7 mana. However, combo, you summon a random 8-cost minion. So you can prep this out for 5, kill something, and get an 8-drop. That's pretty good. Could be Ragnaros, could be Octosari. That could be rough, but you get some board presence, and of course, Sandbox Scoundrel makes everything cheaper, and you can play this for even cheaper, so that's valuable. But yeah, you got to destroy something. You could theoretically kill your own minion too. It could kill your own stuff, right? If you really want to, like Egg of Kelos, I'm going to dethrone it and get an 8-drop. That's pretty rad. But yeah, it's an expensive rogue spell unless there's a way to make it 0, like in Wild with the 4-drop, which they're not going to waste their time with this either. It probably, again, I don't see this making the cut right now. They destroy a random minion, draw 3 cards for like usually 2 mana or less. You can also discount this with like that 1 mana 2/1, get it out a bit sooner. Maybe there's a world where, yeah, you just cheat out an 8-drop and that's good enough. But again, rogue is really good right now, and it's going to be really hard to bump what's good right now or go into that deck, and I don't see this as a great option, and I don't think it's taking the Nerlax spot for your Elise, right? The 7 mana card. I think you rather Nerlax in the Dragon package than putting it into Throne to make your Elise active. So 2 out of 5 in standard, 1 out of 5 in wild, even with the 4 mana card, the Trickster or whatever, to make this 0. There's a lot more broken stuff you can cheat out, so you're not going to do that in that format. And lastly, I think we have probably a good card. Maybe after rotation, I don't know, maybe after rotation, maybe now, maybe. Fast forward, can we fast forward to rotation for Rogue, where they'll definitely rotate? That's never gonna happen. They're never gonna rotate Shadow Step. They're never gonna rotate Prep. That would take how much of my material away? Anyways, fast forward, 4 mana spell, no spell school on this. You draw 2 cards. That's Intellect for 1 more mana, but you pick one of those 2 cards to have its cost reduced by 2. So you get some pretty good mana cheat here, and if you get like a 2 mana card, you can just play it and do some stuff. Like, that's valuable, right? Rogue loves to draw cards, we know that. Rogue loves to cheat mana, we know that. This card can do both. And of course with Prep, this could be Prep, draw 2, discount a card by 2. That's some pretty good stuff. Will this make the cut in current rogue decks? Cycle Rogue? Probably, yeah. You could hit like an important card too, like, you know, what was it, the Eruption Shuffler, or just, you know, discount your Giant faster, or get a Web Weavers for 0 mana. Like, it's got some absolute implications for Cycle Rogue, or just Rogue in general, especially when Dubious Purchase rotates. Like, this could be a way more meta card, although this isn't killing something, it's just drawing one less card and discounting it. But again, Rogue loves to draw cards, loves to discount them. Don't know if we'll see play immediately, but I do think this will be a playable Rogue card at some point. I will give it a 3 out of 5 in Standard and a 1 in Wild, where there's way more better draw options. Secret Passage exists there. Even at 2 mana, it's still absurd and still sees play. And I don't see, this slotting in when they have all those 1 mana draw ones and all that. Probably doesn't make the cut. So yeah, that's all the Rogue cards. Gotta say, Rogue did not get a lot of competitive stuff, at least in my opinion. Let me know where I'm wrong or if I'm right, and we'll see obviously when it plays out how that goes. But Rogue, always a top class. As long as they have prep and step, you never have to worry about that class. It's gonna be at the very worst tier 2. So we'll see how it plays out, but I imagine Rogue players probably not super thrilled with the set unless they're more on the meme side of things, which I gotta say, they do look pretty spectacular in terms of like the fun factor. Anyways, let me know what you think about the cards in the comments down below. We'll have more card reviews tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day and stay salty, my friends.